Good morning here in Palm Springs, California, covering the film festival. I'm Valerie Milano, the senior editor of the Hollywood Times and Aspiring magazine. And I'm so glad to have our guest here today. And I'm going to have him introduce himself. Thank you so much for being with us.
Hey, thanks for having me, Valerie. I'm Rhys Chapman. I'm the co-writer and director of Ryan Can't Read, which I will be talking about today. And I'm very excited to speak to you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Ryan, Lewis Ian Bray, is a young adult struggling with literacy, leading to numerous social challenges that have hindered his personal and professional development. But when his friend Tyrone James Nelson Joyce becomes his unexpected mentor, his story makes a hopeful turn. Rhys Chapman's heartfelt film, Ryan Can't Read, is a compelling exploration into a struggle that 8 million adults in the UK face and is a triumphant story demonstrating the power of the human spirit. And I want to just ask you, Rhys, this is a powerful story that really packs an emotional punch. What inspired you and the star Lewis Ian Bray to write the film?
Yeah, so Lewis approached me during the pandemic. He had this idea that is essentially inspired by his own experiences. So he's dyslexic and he struggled learning to read and write, and actually went through some of the things in the film as an adult, some of the techniques we show when Ryan's learning to read. And when I learned about some of the kinesthetic learning techniques that typically helped him, I just knew that had to be shown visually on screen. And the project came to me at a time where a lot of people were suffering. There was a lot of fear and insecurity. It was an exceptionally strange time. And we saw it as the perfect opportunity to show that when you're in times of struggle, if you throw yourself wholeheartedly into making a change, you can surprise yourself and the right people will find you at the right time. So whilst it is quite a tough story and an emotional story, we've weaved in a sense of hope for
Yeah.
people to leave feeling uplifted.
Wonderful. And thank you for that. Speaking of Lewis Ian Bray, what a special talent. He draws the audience in with his powerful portrayal of Ryan. Likewise, James Nelson Joyce
Yeah.
is terrific as Ryan's friend, who adds a hopeful tone in an otherwise sad tale. Have you worked with these actors before, and how did you come to cast them?
No, I'm very lucky to be able to work with a phenomenal casting director, Des Hamilton, who's renowned for street casting authentic talent. Obviously, Lewis was always going to play Ryan. With his experience, he brought an authenticity to the role that wouldn't be able to be replicated. And then, yeah, we initially thought that Tyrone's character would be more of a father figure, but as soon as I saw James Nelson Joyce in the BBC's Time, which is a prison drama, it was like an epiphany moment of having two young Liverpudlian lads who are often misrepresented on screen, helping one another, avoiding stereotypes would pack even more of a punch. And yeah, I was very blessed to have phenomenal actors that grounded the film in reality and add to the emotional element that you mentioned.
Yes, the music in your film really goes a long way as well to give the film heart and draw the audience even further into the tragedy of the young man's literacy struggle, as well as the hope he finds with the help of Tyrone. Tell us about the musical supervisor, Cian Rogers.
Yeah, Sian's a great friend of mine. I've worked with her for many years now. Siren have done me a lot of favors and helped me in my career, along with their sister company, Factory, who do the sound design. What we realized is that because this is such an emotional story, that the music would need to carry that. And Bill Ryder Jones's music, I've been a fan of him for a long time. I saw him live a number of years ago and was a fan of the Coral, the band that he was in before that. And it just really elevates the emotional portrayal of these characters' situation and story. And yeah, I'm very grateful, one, to have his music, and two, for Sian's friendship and help.
Wonderful. Yeah, the location is yet another character in your film, setting the
Yeah,
scene for it sets the scene for this young man's struggles as well as his ultimate triumph. And cinematographer Borja Lopez Diaz does a phenomenal job helping the locations augment the story.
yeah.
Where did you film this beautiful film, and have you worked with Lopez Diaz previously?
Yeah, me and Borja go way back. He shot my last short film, Wonder Kid, and he was always going to shoot this one. I often tell him that I wouldn't shoot without him. Liverpool is a phenomenal place. It's got a unique and it's a unique culturally rich place that's often misrepresented and portrayed as a deprived place and with stereotypes that are not particularly representative of it. And we try to show it in all its beauty, capture the indefinable magic of the place and its people. There's a spirit among everyone from Merseyside that is unique and wonderful, and we are able to capture that in a way that does it justice. And I'm very proud of what we did for the city of Liverpool.
Nice. So, where is the film now? How can our readers and our viewers find out more about you, find out about more of the film?
Yeah, if viewers go to ryancan'tread.com, there's all the information about the film. You can watch the trailer and find out about any upcoming screenings. It's currently doing the festival circuit around the world, appearing at a number of BAFTA and Oscar qualifying festivals, and it should be on a streaming platform in a not too distant future.
Lovely. And can you talk about anything you may be thinking about doing next?
Yeah, I'm slowly and cautiously developing my first feature film, which is a very personal story, and I'm not quite ready to share the details of it, but I'm very proud and enjoying the process. So usually I put a lot of pressure on myself to get things moving, but this one I'm taking a different approach, and I think the work is benefiting as a result.
Lovely. You make sure, Rhys, to keep us in the loop. We're the HollywoodTimes.today is our website, and the Hollywood Times official is our YouTube channel, and also on the East Coast, aspiringmagazine.com. So thank you so much for this film. Thank you for sharing it, and it's a pleasure to meet you virtually. And maybe one day we can meet at a film festival in person.
I really hope so, Valerie, and thank you for taking the time
All
and the
right.
kind
Thank you.
words.
The best of
Cheers.
you.